Hi, Gabrielle. This is Becky. Hey, I wanted to give you another update. I looked at your campaign today and made a few adjustments, and it looks like you're right now at 55 clicks to your site from November 15th. So probably you'll get about, I don't know, maybe another 10 or 15 more before the month is up. So I kind of wish the volume was higher. I'm also wondering how it's going on your end, if you're seeing anything different, if you're seeing any action. And this kind of led to some thoughts I was having. I am doing some new things in some of my own businesses to get on page 1 of Google, mainly because I'm paying through the nose for pay-per-click myself, and I'm paying about $1,000 a month right now, and it's just a lot of money. And so it's still worth it, but if I can get traffic cheaper, my life would be much better. So anyway, I'm doing some things to get on page 1, and it's working out pretty well. And I thought it might be useful for us to look at something for you. I have a little tool that I've been using that helps me kind of see what's really going on, and I did some keyword research to really see who's typing in what in your area regarding therapy and marriage counseling and all this good stuff. So I wanted to show you, I put in all these terms and tried to look at volumes of searches. So I basically put in therapy, therapist, counseling, counselor, marriage counseling, and couples counseling for Bay Area, Sunnyvale, Cupertino, Mountain View, Los Gatos, what else? Maybe that's it. Seems like there are five cities. Sunnyvale, did I say Sunnyvale? So anyway, all of those terms for all of those cities. And right here in this column, if you can see this here, this column, things are sorted by highest number of searches to lowest, and this is daily search. So the term therapy Bay Area is searched 118 times a day. So that's about, that's about 3,600 times a month, something like that, or maybe even a little bit more. And if we go down, like counseling Bay Area is 62 times a day, so that's roughly 1,800 a month. Roughly 1,200 a month for therapist Bay Area and therapy Mountain View, and then we go on down. I am interested for you in terms where we're at least getting 10 searches a day, so at least 300 searches a month. And so those are the terms that are kind of highlighted here in this aqua color. We can see what the SEO competition is with this column. Not that you really care, but basically there's gobs of other sites competing for these terms as well, and that might look a little overwhelming. It's not, because I'll show you what I've been able to do for my own sites, and it's pretty exciting what can happen. AdWords, the cost per click would be listed here, so if you were going to pay for these terms, this is how much it would cost. And this is where this thinking really comes in. That, like for instance, if this SEO value right here, if you were to pay for this term, Therapy Bay Area, and be near the top of the page, you would be spending $95 a month or a day just for that one term, okay? To pay for all the clicks you could get, in AdWords. So it kind of shows you what the trade-off would be if you were to actually be able to get on page 1. That's how much you would be saving each day if in fact you were ever going to spend all that money. But what it shows you is that if we could get some of these terms, get your site up on page 1 for any of these terms, that hopefully you would get many more clicks than you're getting through pay-per-click. And once we did the work to get you up there, it's not nearly as much work to keep you there as it is to get you there, but once we get you there, you wouldn't have to pay every month, day in and day out, like you do with AdWords. So just to give you a view of where you stand, I took these top terms here and I put your site, I tried to see where your site was ranking. So they have this rank tracker function, and here are those top terms. And then your site, your name, site name is right up here. And so what this shows is that for Counseling Mountain View, you're on page 6. You're in position 61, and you're on page 6. I guess this is actually the top of page 7, actually. 0 through 10, or 1 through 10 is page 1. So this is the top of page 7. And you're not ranking anywhere in the top 10 pages for any of these other terms with your site. So the idea would be, could we get you there on page 1 for any of these terms? And what I am, it's kind of a new model I'm playing with. What I'm doing is actually thinking that what I could offer you is, if you're interested, I can work with my team who's doing this for me and get the estimate from them. I have some people hired, but I can get the estimate from them on what it would cost to get you, how long it's going to take to get you to page 1 for each one of these keywords. And then I wouldn't charge you until we got you there onto page 1. So you may decide, okay, maybe Bay Area isn't a good word for you. I don't know if it is or not, but let's say you decided Therapy Mountain View. You wanted to rank on page 1, and you wanted to move Counseling Mountain View up, so that was on page 1. I could go get the estimate for those terms and tell you it's going to cost this amount to get you there. And then just wait until that happens. If you decide you're going to go ahead with a couple of those terms, we'll go ahead and get working on it, and then you pay for it once you reach page 1. So that's something I want you to consider, because once we get you there, then you don't have to keep paying for pay-per-click. In the meantime, you could continue to have your AdWords campaign running so that you can get more clicks than you're getting until we get you to the top, because you're not going to have to pay for it until you get there anyway. But that might be something you want to consider, just throwing it out. I want to just show you what this looks like. I have one of my businesses, I have a hardship letter writing service for people. I kind of stumbled upon this opportunity, and it's a big deal with the mortgage crisis right now. So anyway, I used to, I launched a site called sampleHardshipLetter.net, and I used to be, I'm not sure, I can show you where I used to be. I used to be down here in position 80 at the end of November, and even up to December 1st. I was at position 82 for that term, hardship letter samples, and as you can see now I'm up at position 5 for that term. Okay, and likewise for some of these other terms, sample hardship letter itself, I used to be, I did kind of what they call the Google dance here. I started out really high just because that's my URL, and then I dropped, which they'll always do, and I'm kind of bouncing around, and now I'm going back up. And same thing with some of these other terms. I was way down here, 61-ish, 63, down even further, 95, and now I'm up position 10, barely onto page 1, but we're just starting working this. So it's happening, and it's possible, and once I get up there, I expect to get a lot more orders than I'm getting now and not have to pay for the clicks. So I just wanted you to think about it. If you're interested in me getting some cost data for you on what it would cost to get you there, I would be happy to do that, and then you could make a decision at that time if it's something that you want to pursue. And in the meantime, I'll just have your AdWords campaign running and keep checking on it. Your cost per click is about $1.66 on average. So this is the part where, you got to keep paying every month to get these clicks. And if we could do something where, maybe, what if it cost, $300 to get you on page 1 for one term? I don't know what it's going to cost, but I don't really know. I'd have to have these guys tell me. But maybe we could get you there, and instead of paying, a couple $100 every month, you could pay one time to get a term there. And then maybe if it starts slipping, we do a little more to get it up there again. Anyway, food for thought. I hope you're doing well. Take care. And please let me know if you're seeing any action from this campaign.